Okay, so hey, what's up, Gemini? I'm back. Okay, so I forgot, and I promised um someone who requested me do this video. I promised that I would do it, and I have not done it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. This video is a video about what makes the Gemini out of the three air signs. All right, just period, but still. Out of the three other air signs, what makes Gemini the, the unique out of those three signs, out of the other two signs? Okay, because there's three air signs altogether. Out of the other, out of all three air signs, what makes Gemini Gemini? Like, what makes Gemini unique? Because this person was saying how the air signs, um, especially the women, are a lot different from other signs, right? We know in the independent way, but also can be very sensitive and emotionally expressive, okay? When it comes to how they feel, people don't say this much, but the air signs are definitely sensitive in their own right, okay? So we know that the air signs are set apart from the other signs, but what makes them, the Geminis, should I say, special or unique out of the other air signs? Okay, so let's go here. Spirit, you heard the question. This is interesting, guys. This is so interesting, the Ten of Pentacles. I'm gonna say this, and y'all might can understand where I'm coming from, or you've heard this before. I've heard people say that Geminis are about money or materialistic. I don't. Yes, okay, I agree. And I heard people say Geminis are very physical, to be an air sign. Yeah, but this is the thing. That may be true, but people do not understand. Gemini end up in situations with other people to where their focus is brought back to a lot of what they create and what they do in the work that they do. People don't understand that about Gemini. You get to the point to where you're not really depending on other people. You feel like you cannot trust other people. You get betrayed by people. Like, your focus is back here to the material. Okay? So I feel like what ends up making Gemini unique out of the other air signs is the manifesting capabilities of the Gemini. Like, if Gemini uses its mind, it could literally think things and have things. It doesn't even matter what level it's on. It doesn't matter what level a Gemini is at in this particular lifetime. It can, out of the people that surround them, it can be more about manifesting and bringing about things into the reality that other people do not or find it hard. So it's not that they can't, but it just is the way that it's done and everything, and it seems effortlessly to other people. A lot of times Geminis are remembered also. I don't know if you notice that. Like, if you look in music, even if it's not necessarily for the best things, like literally people could come after Geminis to tarnish them. But if you really think about it, all right, they still have some sort of presence or way about themselves that it's very hard to completely tarnish a Gemini or get rid of them just by doing it. A Gemini will come back and keep coming back and take hits and come back again. Okay, let's mention Donald Trump, shall we? And listen, it don't matter how anybody feels about him. The Magician. This is so, like, Spirit I love the metaphysics. I swear, the magician. We know that people be trying to act like the magician, represents all these other cards. When I learned tarot, magician represented Mercury. Okay. That is Gemini, Virgo. Okay. It can represent Aries, but the higher octave of Aries, and Aries acting out of its higher self for sure. Because an evolved Aries is ruled by Mercury, But check this out. The magician, child. The magician, that's talking about manifesting capabilities. Gemini is unique because of that. And Gemini is literally the jack of all trades. There is very few things you can mention to a Gemini that Geminis have not crossed paths of or heard of, at least. You see what I'm saying? Gemini is able to kind of get down with all different types of people, regardless their background. Like a Gemini can literally go in a space where they're unfamiliar with, or that they don't usually frequent, but they're able to get down with those people. They're able to intertwine with those people. They're able to interact with those people. Just definitely the gift of gab. But if you've noticed, it's kind of like negative. It's considered negative by a lot of people, and it's considered fake. Oh, well, Geminis are fake and phony. It's like, no, I'm not fake and phony, honey. This is called intellectualism. Okay. This is called being flexible, being open to understand other people's perspectives, even if I don't agree with it. Gemini is like the only sign that could be like, dude, like, I don't agree with nothing you talking about. This is my perspective, blase, 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 whatever. But okay, listen, you can believe what you want, but you ain't doing that around here. You know what I'm saying? And love it or hate it just is what it is. I'm not trying to go slow, but look at this. This is just brilliant. Look at this King of Swords. Because of Gemini's masculinity. I think Aquarius has the ability to be masculine as well, but still, Gemini's able to go in between the masculine and feminine, but Gemini is a masculine sign. People find Gemini's ability to go between the masculine, be a man, but be feminine. And people, oh my gosh, y'all, I did this video on my other channel, and I stated this before, and it was some guy that was like, hey, we're very masculine as men. I get what you're talking about, but I get that. I'm not saying that when I'm talking about feminine, I am not talking about a woman or a man. I'm really talking about the ability. Look at Prince. Daggone it. Like the ability to even attract the opposite sex anyways, using the qualities that, like, for instance, Gemini women attract the opposite sex, men, through its masculinity, okay, or can attract feminine women through its masculinity, if that makes any sense. So this is what makes you unique. The intellectual side, the mind, the ideas, the ability to speak what's on the mind is Gemini. The thought process. Geminis think for other people all the time. All the time. I feel like air signs do that in general, though. Think for other people all the time. But I feel like Gemini's ability to think for other people is, I'm talking about just especially other people that they care about, is just phenomenal. And the ability to communicate. This is interesting because it was reversed. I don't know why it's reversed, but because I was going to say upright Gemini's ability to be flexible, but at the same time, that Two of Pentacles, right? Is really Gemini's ability to be like, hey, I want to say cut off game, but Gemini's like, listen, I kind of like do what I want, like I'm not trapped or stuck to what other people are doing. You know, it's like you do your own thing. Geminis get to the point to where they can do their own thing. You know, you don't really have to be you're not stuck. You're not. It's I just got like, yeah, you're it seems like you're very material. You're not of the material though. Like you're able to materialize things, but you're not of the material though. Like a Gemini will let something go and rebuild it, restart it, you know, come up again, will fail, take a hit and come up again. Scorpios can do that as well. But the difference between a lot of times Scorpios and Geminis, a lot of times Scorpio maintains their power. They really do. They give the image of maintaining their power. Like look at Diddy. So many people has came up against that man, and do you see him? I mean, he's been accused of all kind of stuff, but the dude, you can't lie. Like whether it's his spiritual God, whatever he believes in spiritually that's protecting him, or whatever, you can't lie. Like he remains strong still. King of Pentacles. Ooh, see the materialistic, the materializing things. You know, which is people don't give Geminis enough credit about this. They don't, because it's always, oh well, you're flighty, you know. No, really, Geminis, really, listen, it doesn't matter if Geminis kind of veer off or got multiple things going on. What you don't really see, because see, people are always paying attention to what Gemini is saying. They're not really paying attention to what Gemini is doing. And Gemini is always doing something, building something. The only thing that happens is they end up one day coming across the fact that you got this stuff, like things that you built, things that you worked at, okay? Things that you maintained. And they don't get that that's what you have been doing. You've been working at like little by little or just all this time. Seeking knowledge. You done built something. You done built stability, structures. You done built relationships. You done built money, whatever, off of the fact that, off of your knowledge that you have. Off of intelligence that you have. Things that they don't know. Like you really stable. Like when I say stable, I mean like you really, Gemini has this consistent factor to them, even when people feel like they're not being consistent. Like it's really consistency in the freedom of a Gemini, especially like a mature one. Even in the midst of inconsistency, there is consistency. Because what people see, they see Gemini switching up on them. You see what I mean? Your ability to switch up without people doing things and making moves without people knowing what you're doing. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of masculine energy here, even for the feminine Geminis. And I'm gonna touch there. Don't get me wrong. We talk about what's making Geminis unique and what is it. Look at that. Boom. The Lovers. See? I just mentioned this. The fact that you can go and you can literally be in a room with other people and different people from different walks of life. The way that you attract people. The way that you deal with people. The way you move, period. Okay, they can't really catch up with you. Like you're two people in one. Look at this. Look. Ain't that kind of strong though? And people don't understand. They be like, oh, Gemini is just so insensitive. Oh, they don't need anybody. Literally, you have that other person there. Like Gemini is a whole being. Duality. You know how to function in duality. Granted, the other air signs as well is whole people. If you take Aquarius is pretty powerful, but I'm not talking about them right now. Get on that move. Libra too, you know, because Libra is representation of the scales, but still. Both of your cards showed up in this reading too. The Emperor. It's so interesting about the Emperor, because I was going to say this, but I was like, no, I'm going to let the card come out. The boss. Like, and you're like, you boss your own stuff around. People be feeling like Geminis are are definitely bossy or dominant or like demanding, intolerable almost. But it's kind of like, no, Gemini is like, no, see, this is the thing. I'm trying to figure this out. Or I got this figured out. I run this without actually having to run it. You can literally get other people to run things for you, to back you up, to support you. You get what I'm saying? Oh, that's when you, this is really giving some good Gemini vibes here. That's you, and you're just like, no, like I run this over here. You know, you're not going to cross over in my territory and impose anything on me. Because guess what? This is already what it is. This is what I'm needing it to be. You don't allow people to impose on you their beliefs. And people get it twisted. They believe that Geminis is always imposing. No. Gemini makes it clear, like, no, this is what I believe. Honey, you can believe what you want. You know what I'm saying? But let me do me. Okay, so what about Gemini women then? What makes Gemini women, the feminine Gemini, what makes them unique out of the other air signs? Yep, to get that bag. Look at that. The practicality in Gemini. Gemini is definitely very physical. And it shows. And like Gemini literally takes things from its mind and makes it physical, even when it comes to like love making to their partners and stuff. It's quite an experience. Huh? The attention that you get. You effortlessly get attention. And you know what? Do Geminis be doing things to get attention? I don't think so. Like, people are curious about you. People, and see, there goes the people right here. Look, see? Even when you're not looking for attention, you get attention. You be like, what are you talking? Look, I didn't want you talking to, I wasn't trying to get no attention from you. That is so beautiful, Gemini. Like, whoa. Woo, I love it. You got some things dealing with the mind. Well, hold on. I just want to keep shuffling real quick. Because if it's not clear to me, if the card ain't clear to me, I don't pull it. Look at that. This is what makes you different. This is what makes you unique. Look at this. How you stand on your own. Your independence. Your independence is attractive. Yes, it's intimidating. I feel like you could be intimidating. It just is what it is. I don't know, because people know, like, hey, she gonna speak that truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't really like, once a Gemini gets in a certain place and realize, like, okay, listen, I don't really got to follow behind these people. I could do it myself. I don't have to depend on these people. I could do it myself. I could be good. Like, you quickly get out of you could get out of your emotions about something. You could detach from something real quick. You see that independent nature? Okay, so this is so funny, because this is what makes you unique, that people talk about all the time. They feel like you're uncaring, you're insensitive, you are completely detached. You can detach from something in a heartbeat when you want to. And that's because you're not really operating how other people feel about you. You're operating on what you see happening a lot of times. And when you're giving people mercy and stuff like that, you in grace, you're purposely giving them that mercy. They don't get it. They think that they own you. Until they find out the hard way. They think that they got you so... Listen to me, Gemini women. Gemini feminine. They think that they got you so, they studied you so much and they got you so figured out until they don't. They think that no, that's just attachment, boo. Child Gemini, they will put you through tests and everything and just realize they don't get it. That you be like, dude, I ain't about to take your test. I'll take your test when I want to take your test. You give me a reason to take your test. Nah. By that time, they already sprung on you, Gemini. Listen, can we get a couple more cards of what makes you unique? Ooh. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. I can't. We're gonna have to keep shuffling. It was too many cards trying to pop out. They trying to pop out on you, Gemini, huh? Hey, listen. Oh, okay. That's what that wanted to come out. Look at that. See? Your ability to create, you go after your opportunities a lot of time. Like, you go after opportunities that other people won't go after. Listen, I have had people say that before. You know, like, okay, well, the Gemini went and took the job or was talking about this or that, or, you know, they was new to the company and they didn't want to settle into they wanted to feel like they could go all the way to the top quickly. But what about the other people that was already here? Well, baby, ain't nobody tell the other people that was already there to climb the ladder like that. Ain't nobody tell the other people that was there to climb the ladder. You see what I'm saying? Gemini was just like coming in like, listen, I'm not listen, baby. I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could run my own show here. You don't run my show for me. Ain't that boss like to you? If I was a person and I owned a business, I had a business or a place of operation, I'm going to look into the person. I'm not going to just hire them, but I'm just saying, I'm going to take the person that looks like and acts like, okay. I'm not saying you don't have you're not supposed to have the credentials, but really just hear me out. That comes in and it's like, listen, I know what to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is, you get what I'm saying? Like, the person that is the one that is more confident in what they can do, their abilities are. The person that's like, no, I got this. Versus the person that's like, I don't know, because, you know, Jim really ticked me off yesterday, and I ain't talking to nobody today. No, a Gemini goes in and is just literally like, hey, wait a minute. No, you're going to do it, especially when a Gemini gets fed up. No, you're going to do this. This is how it's going to go. Yeah, and what's your problem? Did you fall and bump your head last night? Okay, so we're going to keep this moving. We got things to do. Okay, nobody got time to sit here and be crying. That's why they keep saying, oh yeah, you materialistic. No, it's not that. It's whenever you have to detach from something, your emotions, you're able to do it. Point blank, period. Okay, can we please get one more card? I'll do this another time, guys. As well, it don't matter. And I'm not about to edit that either. Okay. Gemini, come on, can we get one more card for Gemini? Look at that. The way you run your mouth. So, listen, the way you run your mouth, your word game is on fleek. I don't know if people use that word still, but I'm using it. Your word game is on, your gift of gab. Your word game is on fleek. Like, they can. But you quit your wit is what it is. Listen, I'm gonna stop there, and then the next time I'm gonna do a video on why men find Gemini women attractive. All right, that's gonna be a Valentine's Day special, baby. You hear what I'm saying? Okay, I'll be back.